This is our project by Max Duong, Tyler Thomas, and Samuel Vince. Our thesis statement is, the U.S. expansion west set the example for how we would deal with the people who owned the land that we wanted. It also had some positive and disastrous results to the American people. We found gold, but it's on Indian land. Psst, we'll just kick them out. President, we found gold, but we need you to kick out the Indians who live there. Alright, I'll remove these Indians. And that's why we should pass the Indian Removal Act. We agree. Hooray! We're kicking you out of your homes. Orders of President Andrew Jackson. Why? That is unfair. It's so fun mining gold in land that isn't ours. Wait, where did the Indians go? Oklahoma. Now we've been kicked out forever. People are dying. Can we go back? Congress passed the Indian Removal Act, forcing the Indians on a route to Oklahoma called the Trail of Tears. They moved in large groups, causing illness and disease to spread quickly. On the Trail of Tears, during the winter, many people died from exposure to the cold and starvation. During the march, they were forced to enter prison camps, for example, the one at Fort Snelling during 1862 and 1863. Many native tribes used horseback on their way to Indian territory. If the horses died and there was nothing else to eat, they ate the horses. The president who acted upon the Indian Removal Act was Andrew Jackson. He thought he was doing the right thing for the Indian people. Many times federal soldiers threw them out of their homes and took their land for selfish purposes. On April 12th, Indian natives and American citizens alike petitioned Congress protesting the Indian Removal Act. In April 1838, Congress tables the petition protesting the removal of federal troops for the Indian Roundup in what is now southeast United States. May 1838, Cherokee Roundup begins. The Southeast suffers the worst drought in recorded history. June 1838, Cherokee Indians are ushered from their homes under military supervision. Further removal aborted because of the drought. August 1838, John Ross becomes the leader of the removal for Cherokee Indians. Described as the Moses of his people, Ross led the Cherokees through the relocation to Oklahoma. September 1838, drought breaks in Southeast and Cherokee prepared to embark on forced relocation to Indian Territory in Oklahoma. October 1838, for most Cherokee, the Trail of Tears begins. Before they were kicked off their land, the Cherokee assimilated into the white society and got along well with their neighbors. The Cherokee brought their case to the Supreme Court and fought for the right to keep their land. The Supreme Court ruled in their favor, but Andrew Jackson defied this rule and forced the Cherokee to move to what is now Oklahoma. The court case was called Worcester versus Georgia. The Cherokee sued to be able to stay on their land, and John Marshall, the Supreme Justice, agreed with them. After the inevitable defeat, many Indian tribes had to sign humiliating treaties that gave up their land and sovereignty. After contact with Europeans, many native tribes adopted horses and used them in devastating guerrilla warfare against the Americans. This is part of a letter from the famous chief, Sitting Bull, praying for his people.
In the name of the people, I offer you this sacred pipe. Wherever the sun, the moon, the earth, the 4 points of the wind, there you are, always. Save the people, I beg you. We want to live. Guard us against all misfortune. Pity me. Tatchanka Yotchanka.
Thank you for viewing our project. This was done by Tyler Thomas, Samuel Vince, and Max DeWong.